Today we are doing something fun. I'm so excited. I haven't even sat down yet. Okay, so today I want to talk about mixing, and in particular, getting a cohesive mix or a glued mix. I think that's one of the most important parts, and you'll hear that term a lot, like glue. Like we always want to glue things together. So one of the tools that engineers will use is a thing called busing. And busing is when you take two or more tracks, two or more channels, and then you send them to a bus, and then you can apply effects on that bus that affect all of those tracks at the exact same time. A great example of this would be a drum bus. You've got your snare mics, your kick mics, overheads, whatever. All of that gets consolidated to one stereo out typically, and then you can apply all your effects, your EQ, compression, and apply to all those tracks at the same time. And so that helps glue and make everything sound more in unison. But today what I want to do, instead of doing it digitally, is I actually want to bus onto tape. So we're going to record a tune, and then I'm going to send several tracks at a time to the tape deck behind me. And we're actually going to use the tape to bus everything to a stereo left and right, or consolidate everything to a stereo left and right. And the cool thing is tape does an amazing job at gluing. It adds a lot of character to the sound. The compression and the saturation that comes from it, absolutely beautiful. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I'm really excited to bring you along. I've got a Fleetwood Mac tune in mind that I want to record for this. We're gonna do like a really cool indie thing, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So let's get into it. All right, so we are hooked up. I have everything. So first off, this is the SM57, and I actually still have the pop filter on it. I mean, that might be a sin, I don't know. But we're gonna try it. And I am running everything directly into my M30 TAC mixer here, if you're curious. So when I strum pretty hard, I can get a little bit of breakup through the mixer. It's actually clipping here, so that's really cool. And I'm just gonna play around with it. There's a few things I want to try. I think I'm gonna use a pick. I love the scoop sounds that you get like in the 60s and stuff, where they scoop those mids. As opposed to like. Oh, but check this out. So one of the things I want to do, instead of like miking, doing double miking, is actually want to do a take like somewhere here. I'm kind of pointed up here at the top, but I want to move the mic. Check this out. This is crazy. So cool. I kind of like that. And just the... Let me go back to the... I actually am doing something kind of fun here with the bass. So these Hofners, they're hollow, and they sound really good acoustically. So I've got the 57 turned on, as well as my DI. So we have a blend of the two. kind of get a cool thing. And I've actually got a little bit of chorus on here, so that's why my voice has chorus on it. It's like a fun indie kind of sound. All right, so we're here in the session now, and I've got my acoustic left and right, as well as some additional guitars. These three are just like some additional guitars, and then I actually have some slide guitar stuff that I recorded. But let's go ahead and listen to these, and then we'll kind of break down this section. Okay, so that's what it sounds like together, and I want to bus these. So what I've got here, this is the main like acoustic lead part. I'll play that for you. And then over here I have a reciprocal tremolo guitar that's sort of just playing the same thing. And then as you heard, this one is just kind of harmonizing. So I'm going to play these three together, and then we'll bus it to tape and see how that sounds.